Again, not necessarily any concerns. I think once we get a bit deeper into the veto, we can maybe start to have those conversations, but have to see how things kick off here on map 1. Heavy focus for Fnatic over towards B main here. It's Alfajer though, the other side of the map to maybe try and sell something. TP across here, but Spike not necessarily going to commit towards this play just yet.
You've got to look at where these players are. They're taking their time. There's going to be a little bit of a pause for thought at this point. Fnatic showing presence towards the A side, looking to maybe draw some of these rotations with this late look back towards B. And as you can see via minimap, it's working. They've pulled almost every player off here. There's that little bit of a question mark being raised into Woot's mind of, guys, could they be going B? And we can already see it. Fnatic are on site. Woot's a little too late to the party. He might be rushed down here. He could be vulnerable. We know he's on his own towards CT, but now he's got support. But Alpha, in the meantime, finds Benji. The layers to this pistol look lovely for Fnatic. Now, can Heretics fight back by any means? Boo burns the paranoia. Riens is no utility. It's just going to be the fight. Let's not clean it up. Beautiful from him. And
it's Kayak the one to deliver the kills.
Good shit, boys.
That makes it even more difficult, really, for Fnatic to sell this.
Heretics just going to hold the numbers now. 2 of them here. And the spike is still the crashies. You're starting to see that move. That's how you can kind of determine where that commitment may reside. Kind of definitely trying to draw eyes and draw attention, but no one's overly biting on it, right, as you're alluding to. Yeah,
and what's key is actually the timing on the smoke here on B main, allowing Boo to slip a little deeper. Does have mini Boo as well here, but now you almost feel as if you don't want to see them committed towards this site hold. Kayak gonna dimensional drift.
Back up towards main.
The problem being now, like I said, these committed positions now become a little concerning if they can't get away from sight.
This is getting tough. Boo is surrounded here, and the great paranoia, but he's been pinned down already. Kayak was on a mission there. With Alpha removing Mini Boo at the same time, they got caught. They got punished for those 4 positions. And the other 3 were the over towards that A site. A brutally long road to come back in, and on Fnatic, playing a gorgeous game of Valorant currently. Can Heretics do damage? They feel almost absent to these rounds.
So probably going to be holding on to these rifles now. Riens down at 14 HP. Round 4 purchase isn't going to be there if everybody falls. Looking like back-to-back in-zone flawless rounds here for Fnatic. And like I said, yeah, Heretics kind of need to make a call here on kind of trying to anchor that site that only has 2 members. Again, early rounds, you can let some of these fakes kind of slip through the nets in you here. So actually, Heretics might try and put something in motion outside. Hey, this time around, there's members of Fnatic to punish such a play. I think as well, in this round, Heretics are probably feeling as if they need to send out some fact finders, figure out what the default looks like.
But we've been seeing the pacing Fnatic have been playing with. It has been deep, and that's an isolated pickup. A bit messy from Alpha there. So a lovely bit of work for Mini Boo. That's going to maybe share over a weapon for Boo, potentially, and you can already see that the rotation's going to be trying to support this A side. Benji is here. Got himself the Phantom. It's about to drop, though. And the flash to set him in. Kayak on the corner, doesn't get affected, but he notes presence. They are all going up towards this, look towards the vents as the player on the other side, completely unaware of Boaster. And again, this is methodical. It's near on mechanical from Fnatic. Look at this! Heretics not even getting a glance into this. Boo recovered the weapon off the body of Alpha, but he's on the wrong side of the map. The only one here is Riens with a classic. Mike, he's good. I don't think he's that good.
Wow. To get a couple for free here, it doesn't even look like Kayak will give him the chance.
Jesus!
It's shut down here. It's looking clinical for Fnatic. Whether Boo's going to be able to find anything crashies, remove any hope here in reciprocating some sort of set piece or aggression.
Lovely
Spike actually left in spawn this time around.
But they've replaced that question mark for Fnatic now on both sides of the map, so it's very hard. They have to send bodies, they have to fully commit, which they're doing here. So they attempted it towards A, and they've been kind of traded out on that, so it goes back towards Fnatic's favor, as they do currently have Kayak in position. Here, it's been traded back towards Heretics' side. They've got B main, but something they don't like. Boo's reading this as it's not probably going to be B until maybe Riens calls for support. Now, seeing this boom bot, this should be enough of a worry, surely, but Boo is fully committing towards this idea that it's going to be towards A. That's a lot of faith in Riens and Benji to be able to do anything to hold back this 3-2 split here. The power does not connect, but Riens needs to call in.
Big win as well to draw out the C's and the snake bite.
Oh dear. Riens might be in trouble here as a bouncing Alpha flies over. It's Chronicle to claim the kill, but now Benji should be noted. That Viper util, and he's going to do well, but there's a trade coming in. These splits are completely uncontested. Heretics need to get a grip on this, and they can't stop the rot. Boo bailed out the site earlier on, and now punished. They can't get a grip on Fnatic. I mean, again, mid, completely left open. With all that attention drawn on the extremities, Mike, it just gives them complete walk-ups. This round maybe not so much of a problem because it is just on those pistols, right? Trying to make something happen for themselves. But once again, we're seeing players in vents. We're seeing players slip up towards heaven. We saw that last time around from Boaster. They found such a flaw in Heretics, and Heretics can't seem to fix it. They're running low on time here, Fnatic, but they're still dropping the bodies. It's Riens to find Kayak, but the spike does need to get towards A. 20 seconds now. Maybe the clock could be the factor. Can Riens land some mad shots? I mean, okay, carpet's rolled out towards B. Got to get there fast with the spike. But they should have time for this plant. I don't think it's a problem. Riens can't even get there in time. I mean, I've not seen a player like first time.
I was going to say, Heretics send a Prowler out, and actually they're ready with the paranoia, but
they might have jumped the gun
a little early.
Yeah, they really could have jumped the gun on this one because they were in the right place for it. Oh my God, Woot tries to get away. Doesn't quite make it too far as Boaster finds him in the end. Was pulling off the nookie, but not quite it. But that's going to force Kayak to pop the ult. 45 seconds, they need info, and they've just found boatloads of it. They know the paranoia came through by B. They've seen 2 towards heaven. They've got a great idea. Nice little drive-by from Benji, but Kayak now making his presence known. It's a 3v2.
Spike's in an awkward spot, though.
Certainly is, and Heretics can support this nice ult. That should identify 2 of them here and actually set up Miniboo. This is big work. Lovely from Heretics on the fly sort of play. Quick synergy between the both. Oh, what? How did Fnatic still win this?
But
yeah,
this choke is always a little easier to lock down with a snake bite, paint shell, and a paranoia.
Getting cheesy, Mike. They've gone for the cheese solution. And it's actually worked, at least to get Kayak down. Quick stack towards B main.
Toxin screen down.
Look for the win on the other side of the map as well, though. Crashes and Chronicle looking to find something, and a slight overstep from Boo. Punished here, create a gap once again. You can see Heretics scrambling to find the timing on this rotation.
Please. Oh no. Good trade from Riens at least, but okay.
Open up B, but Woot's still here. One away from the showstopper. That could be a big tool for Heretics to swing this back in their favor.
I'm a bit worried though. Woot's had a really quiet half here. He might feel a bit cold, but he's certainly warming up now. Big shot on Alpha. That's an instant pop of the ult. Crashies might be able to spot him out.
What's Riens to find it?
How are you hitting that? Okay, Boaster now a 1v3, 20 seconds. Jump spotted out. C's there. They know they've caught him now. Should be a swing if they fancy it. They're not going for it though. 13 seconds. Boaster's got to get a move on. Heretics, they might be about to get there fast. They do. Off the back of Riens.
Cheering. I mean, my eyes immediately go towards Benji and Boaster in mid here. The timing on that is going to be crucial in terms of the rotation.
Feels like, until this point, Boaster's been winning it out, right? His lurk timings were lovely. Woot's curiosity could actually get the better of Crashies. Starting to maybe get a bit of a tempo read on this, a temperature check. Boo. Don't know if he spotted Kron completely there, but still, Fnatic finally getting a fight back. 50 seconds. The tempo stills. Boaster looking to maybe open up another chance towards middle. Timing's there. Boo has to back away, but he's not alone in this. Benji wins out the fight. This time controls heaven, investing the ult on top.
But Chronicles, he's found 2! 2 through Smokey is going to open up a site, Lauren.
30 seconds
okay, I guess if we're just having these sort of rounds, it doesn't matter. Oh man, you thought it was maybe a chance back for Heretics, but Chronicle gets a gift from the gods. Leaving just Benji now. to face the music, Fnatic. Yeah, because again, look, we know the caliber of player that Heretics have. It's why you'll get a 4K from Riens to win you a round.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right, but the difference here of capability when it comes to the team play aspect and just general knowledge on this map is stark, right? This is a great first pick from Fnatic, putting themselves up at 8-1. Oyster wants his revenge, but see his eyes there, almost looking trained in towards the mini-map, so you've got to be careful. Just smoke towards middle, and once again clearing methodically towards his A site. Now, unaffected Riens is the only one who seems to be firing up here, taking away Chronicle this time. Alpha looking to take space back towards heaven. Still a lot of players here, Mike. A good opportunity, but maybe a
30 seconds
left. I was
left.
going to say, Heretics conceding mid this time around. Benji up towards Rafters on B. Only a Guardian, though. Still has the snake bite. Has to lock down Fnatic here if he gets punished on the peak. A little dicey here.
Oh, IRL trying to dodge it out, trying to buy the time, but he's gone down. It's 10 seconds of boo.
Missed the cross.
It's not good enough. That's it. That's one down. Kayak now going to identify how many players crossed, at least spotting two. Booster! Get me out of here, Mike. Get me out of this map. This feels like bullying. Good lord, it's just Woot. This has been an absolute... I mean, that's a good shot here, but it's done for. It doesn't matter. You can't face down the whole army by yourself.
Ultimate's now firmly in favor of Fnatic. Well, Woot again. The head of the snake almost. Kayak will fall.
Okay. Oh. There's a few players there.
Yeah.
First time we've seen pick against Fnatic, and now they have to work against the odds here. Big, but it feels like at least slow and steady now. Should be a pretty big tell. There's a lot of presence on this B side of the map, but maybe unwilling to back away. Plenty of ults to try and cross through. Oyster's got his, Alpha's got his, Kron's got his, and a decent amount of util still left.
Almost committed towards this now with two teammates alongside him. Can he get away? This time around, he's jumped up, but he's found over the top of the box.
Yeah, Kron caught him and they swing out as three. Miniboo doing really well though, leaving just Kron alive, but this man has been doing miracles.
30 seconds
But with 12 HP, I don't see it. Make me a believer, Chronicle.
Quite just gets caught.
Now he's scaring the life out of me here though. Why does this feel doable? It shouldn't be, and it isn't. Riens, make sure of it. Miniboo going to be backing away. Woot's isolated here. He could be, wait, Woot's not cleared. Oh my god, okay, Woot's paint shell does incredibly well. You can have the ult on top, but it doesn't quite find it with his ult coming in. Now Fnatic eyeing up the A side of the map here. And Heretics backing away, buying time for rotation. When I say Heretics, it's Miniboo.
But this time around, Heretics have found fortuitous timing towards heaven. Benji's still here. No pressure through mid this time around. It's all in from Fnatic.
Yeah, Kayak investing that ult, but it's Chronicle to alleviate some of the pressure. But Miniboo gets dealt with. Kayak and Kron up against Riens, Boo, and Woot. Both of the Fnatic players on the A side. Chronicle wants the ult. It's a bit more safety here. Waits for it to bloom. Pops over the spike. Let's Kayak get to work. Plant gonna come in. Riens controlling.
It's covered so much space there, Lauren.
Certainly does, and Kron is eyes trained on CT.
Could get spammed out here, though. You've got to be careful. Hold on to a weird off angle in front of screens here.
Toxin screen down.
That Prowler's just come in. That should be Riens noted, and there's a gap here for Kayak to watch. Now he's not going to see Boo just yet. Boo's dived in, swinging at the same time. He puts on Kayak, dropped down. Woot was waiting, and Heretics still in this.
See if that confidence has been knocked here on the side of Heretics. Just Chronicle really wants to take contact if it came, but actually Heretics find a little timing here with him slipping away, so maybe this is Fnatic poising towards a retake.
The util they still have left, quite a lot. We've got Alpha's kit, Crashies. Obviously the Prowler has been utilised, but that paint shell very much in play.
Look how disconnected Boo is, though. He's so paranoid of a late lurk.
After the lurks that have been coming in against them on the first half, you don't always blame them, really. But it is going to be go time right about now. The layers of utility go in, and Alpha is flying straight away, and no one is looking his way! You can't let Alpha go unchecked like this! Ooh, putting up the best stand he can, but he's 5 HP! Oh my god, you got something for us, NT? Bloody hell. I mean, it got interesting, but the defuse is there. Kayak and Crash is going to make it, and that's 10 right off the rip for Fnatic.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty awkward now.
The confidence.
Yeah, every single response from Fnatic is just doubling down on what Heretics are able to achieve.
It's like, oh, we get the first pick called none traded.
I mean, you think back to the first half, on the extremities, it's always a man to the good for Fnatic. There's always a 2v1 for them. So, Benji could slip this here. Crash is still looking back, but just missing each other.
Still got, that's lovely from Benji, but oh, Kayak! Getting caught by Riens is big. That opens up the gates completely. That's the A site for them. And look at the weaponry that Chronicle and Alpha have. I mean, well, Alpha's got a Vandal at least. And Alpha's going walkabouts. He's off. Taking a stroll. Front, slowly but surely, heading through towards CT, but Alpha's not being quiet about this. He's being rather pacey. That's about to drop here. He's got 2 potential targets, one right, one left. He wants to set up the paint shell. Grenade! Thought about sending it to side, didn't. And now the cross should be the death of him. He does go down, a little laboured. It was Riens to help out.
You're really here for Chronicle. You want to see him do some damage.
Yeah. Identified 2 of them up towards heaven, potentially. So, okay. Ooh, he was close on that second, too.
Bottom mid here. Kayak's going to progress any further than this. Have his hands full now because Boo's got some reinforcements alongside him.
Well, certainly cut out now, but they're all eyes up towards the top of middle. So Kayak gets a freebie, takes away mini boost, so he's right back towards spawn and just praying his 4 teammates still standing can do enough. So they've got no progress towards middle. The extremities now you look towards. Benji trying to win out that fight towards ramp, but you've got confident players against you, willing to take chances. Maybe sometimes they shouldn't. The contact made, and Crashes now should be cautious. But already Kayak's cleared through.
And again, the timing on this, it's purely from Crash. He's feeling a little bit of pressure. Doesn't know exactly the picture behind this. Actually, oh, hang on, Chronicle almost caught a nice timing on the back lines here, but unable to pin anybody down.
There we go, Crashes. He's had a quiet game, so he hasn't been needed. This would be the time to start showing up here, show a little presence, show a little force. No util to play with just a weapon in hand, and his site currently controlled by Heretics. He's got problems, but Kayak's helping him out. Boo's gone down, and now they're wrapped on the pillar. He knows where they are, and he's taking them away. This was his site. Quiet, deadly, Fnatic back in control now, up to 12. Gotta dig deep now. You got Stingers, you got Sheriffs, you got Guardians. One Vandal. Oh! Kayak has got your number. Doesn't matter the weaponry. He's in the right place, right time, and he's not missing this map.
Even just sitting there waiting for the TP to come through. Didn't catch the second, but 2 freebies here to kick off round 17. Woot, Boo, and Riens to try and recover this, but 5 standing for Fnatic, Lauren.
You have to start bringing in the avoid CNED rule. You know what I mean? If you see him, run. Flee on site sort of orders. And the map's not looking so big anymore, right? Like, let's say they try, let's have a little wander through sewers. Well, that wouldn't have been a great idea. But it looks like they're trying to split back towards B, but we can see the bodies here. It's a gamble stack, and it's correct. I mean, Crashes has heard nothing, so he doesn't need to call for support. He's fine in this. Tell them to wait, see if they can keep their composure and keep their cool in this read that's right. 25 seconds, there's not much room to pivot. It's fight forward. Try and fight fire with fire. Fnatic have got all the players in the right place here, and Chronicle is clean today. He's got both, and it's Bosa to sign it and seal it with an end-zone flawless in map 1 to clone to 1, right? So let's see if they can hold up to the test. See how many sheriffs are out as well. Benji gonna have one, otherwise it's ghosts barring Woot. And on the other side, 2 ghosts, 1 for Alpha, 1 for Crashy. So Heretics on the attacking side, of course, that meaning Fnatic on the defense. And you're all up to speed, and it's 1 map to Fnatic, and it was 13-4. So
say blink and you miss it. We are on map 2.
Yeah, look, I don't blame
if you. Are
maybe,
just tuning in.
Maybe you're making a bit of dinner, you know, having a beverage. You missed map 1. But luckily it's a best of 5. And here on Icebox, we're yet to even see blood drawn.
Nano has been cleared, so clean plant from Boo here. Full 5v5 here. In the post. Any information here for Crashies to act upon. Heretics sit back looking pretty comfy here. No flank coming through either.
Yep, about to mention Riens still had that shock dart, just gets utilized. First bit of stall towards the spike here. Heretics not feeling pressured until now. Oh my god, right until now, what the hell? Finding both, the wall goes up, looking to try and chip that down, but you got Wingman doing what Wingman does. A boost, and he got the knife off. He does the best he can, but it's not good enough. A patient retake. What? And this could be a big punish. Crash has got to be cautious. Does get out with his life, because we can see how quickly those gaps can get shut down when you have Mini Boo playing that Neon. So you do need to be very, very careful with your timing, but for now, no harm, no foul. We see if Fnatic can keep themselves in the right place here. Miniboo does have a sheriff. Everyone else on Heretics just down on those classics, so going through the motions. Do need to kind of acquaint themselves with what they're going to be dealing with up against Fnatic, right? This is a very different composition with very, very different win cons. Okay, all good. Riens and Miniboo have fallen, so they've secured most of the site here, really. None of those extremities even being pressured. It's all very much one-way traffic. Benji and Woot, good luck. Crashies. Ah, it's farming time. Could be easier. And in zone flawless here too.
Actually, a walk down mid here. Fnatic. Benji unable to really punish that, but maybe try and backfill this space with the poison orb. Did catch a glimpse of Chronicle. No damage trade-off here. Fnatic heavily prioritizing mid here. Maybe trying to catch I guess, the backside of this site exec.
Yeah, this is tough though for Crashies. Gotta be careful not to get run down here. We could see how isolated he was for a moment. Now he's got the support coming back in. That's a player spotted there. He's caught a glimpse. I think that was of Woot potentially. But Heretics being held for now. And Fnatic aren't fighting into it yet. They're happy to play on these retakes. We know what they're going to be going for here. Heretics will be able to get this plant uncontested thus far.
Again, a ton of util. Most notably, obviously, Kayak and Chronicle.
30 seconds left.
Crashies will try and pave the way here with the drone.
Here we go. Here comes that flood, you can see it. Riens on the forefront of this. Woot doing well, but it's Crashies off the back of the flash. Riens still holding the line. Little Bro goes in and takes away the crosshair positioning, and now Boo gets overwhelmed. Fnatic breaking back in. Miniboo and Benji still alive, gonna hold this down. It's not clean enough. Crashies on a heater. 3 kills for him and putting the man advantage towards Fnatic. Alpha staying alive and Fnatic converting the bonus. Maybe could do some work. Benji on a Marshall. I mean, it's crazy seeing Heretics this loss so far without an answer, because they are such a good team. We know that they're a good team, but here, they are not even getting started. Boast are going to find Boot. That's a plant denied. Woot's done well to remove Alpha, gives them a little bit more security on the site. Looking for another go. Oh! Boaster! Big impact. Yeah, up against the lighter weapons, but give him one of those. Riens and Benji at least got the time on their side, but they're going to need some big boy kills here. Riens disconnected. He was the one who got them that eco round before with the 4 kills on the Sheriff. Just swings wide. It's so easy for Fnatic. They're making Heretics look amateur.
Take flight.
It's already Kayak hitting that rotate. Drone here to maybe sell something. Yeah, nobody really close enough to feel the pressure off that.
I like this from Benji, but he's got to stay patient. Yeah, locked in. Punishes Alpha for that mid-walk. But if you're looking at the extra body, the bouncing drone draws the eyes away, but the trade is still there, so you have the man up to the good after the early work coming out from Benji. They have the lockdown, they also have Woot's ult here, so there's a lot to be played with. Now, do they catch a glimpse? No, early back away coming out from Crashies.
Yeah, concern's going to be that actually Fnatic are going to regroup here, maybe go for the resin tube. as Heretics now look to plant on 8.
30 seconds left.
Alfajer back on his feet. Still bring things to level pegging here, 4v4.
You want more? Here's more.
Round of the ult going to go through. A deeper look this time. Operator rings out a shot, so they know that's there.
Benji's got the lockdown here, and it's a very late tool here.
There it
Say
is.
invested. Fnatic got to get moving.
Yeah, they really do. But the ult looking to maybe try and handle that. Going to force the fight here. Boaster clears front sight. That's Riens gone. They're on towards the fuse. They've got to be able to deal with this. Heretics, you've got to get going. They're not denying the defuse. Crashes! He sends it! Job done! Fnatic carry on the warpath. Heretics, where are you?
Benji got to be careful. It's a double walkout once again from Fnatic, and Alfajer bests him this time.
That's a rough battle, isn't it? Benji up against Alpha, but as you said, wins it out in that 1v1. Doesn't need the backup to it. Miniboo doing his usual route on top of the fridge, but Kayak gets to stay alive. And here we are, similar scenes. Maybe a couple less ults. Well, Chronicle's got his, Boaster's got his. Here we are, away we go. Miniboo can't escape. Boaster catches him. He's on an absolute tear.
He's going to trade off bits here as well, actually.
Yeah, counter roll, and they are in this one. This is about to get really messy. Good luck, observers. Good luck, you viewers. Oh, Woot catches Chronicle on the drive-by. This is just now absolute pandemonium. But Fnatic clearing house. Boaster, someone please, someone please stop him. Back-to-back, ridiculous defuse is happening here. This is a nightmare.
Towards 8.
Icebox. It's just contacting up so far. I mean, little bits of util now invested as they look to burst through. It's quick as hell. And Crashies still holds a lot of space on the side here. They can play back in towards backside. Yeah, Crashies gets away with murder playing this out. Oh, not clean enough there for Chronicle, and Benji quick on his feet, taking the fight back, but an overpeak almost. Desperation, frustration being shown. Is left in the cold, iced out on this map. Boo left in a 1v3, and it feels fatal to even walk on the site.
Boo can find a consolation here. Again, got to try and chip away at the financial lead that just shows an elbow. Kayak will punish.
See the deep position in spawn for Benji, because I mean he's not having a good time towards middle.
Yeah, I mean another set piece towards 8. Just seeing if they can crack the defenses, not even the defense, just to stick the landing in the postbar. To be honest, Miniboo under a ton of it. He just has nowhere to go. Again, it's Kayak's utility to really slow him down even further. Riens has fallen here.
These lines that he gets to work with, still posted up on the angle, not able to be forced away here. Miniboo, it feels really hard. Suppressed now on top, so he can't even springboard in. And the map gets closed. Look at Alpha's position. As much as they may want to try and join Benji on B, there's a man stopping you. We've got to look at Alpha here. Catching that cross. Oh, it's just simply lovely from Alpha. And it feels clear that someone had slipped the net. The lurk's been shut down. They know about you, Benji. Oh! I don't know about that shot, though. All right, give me a 1v5, Benji. With 13 seconds. I take it back.
10 seconds
The
left.
Guardian.
It's not getting
Spikes
back.
down a mid. Yeah, Heretics just being suffocated here.
Alarm bot out.
8 on the board for Fnatic.
Been forced away at all. It's a step home. Spots now. Doesn't back away. He still has support here. Early wave of util dealt with, but look who's watching that cross. Ready. Pressure building. You can see the hesitation on Heretics. They don't fancy it.
Nah. See it. Jumbled purchase. You see it. Miniboo going to pop the ult though. Goes forward. Nobody to greet him on the other side.
Suppressed again. Look at this! It's so overwhelming. And a 5v4 plants in. On to back away.
Or it's not.
The plant's denied. And there's nowhere for Heretics to run. There's nowhere for them to hide. Fnatic surrounding, as you said, smothering them this map. They want them dead. Just look at this absolute dominance. Fnatic are in full finals form. If there's a 1v2, we know who we're not watching. Wall up, though. Ooh, okay, Miniboo, a couple more of those, and we're back in form, but Kayak still with an angle. And that is plant denied. He's not the most flashy of kills, but he's still here. A show of force. Forced away, nice work, actually. That's really good. They've got to keep him oppressed in this, and Kaya can't dance fast enough. Riens kicks into muscle memory. Getting good damage. Crashes does have ult Kron with the operator.
Don't see it often. I'm here for it, though. Try and deny the plant once again. Force him back out. Yeah, Chronicle wide on the first, but doesn't actually take any damage yet.
Yeah, I think he fancies going back over to the Vandal. They got to try and clear this out fast, though. 40 seconds, still no plant here. And Fnatic still trying to find a fight back. Miniboo doing well. Nice patience from him, making this difficult to find security.
Look how long it's taking, though, for Heretics to establish some sort of control.
30 seconds left.
Or comfort. Finally, the plant comes through. Alpha and Chronicle, last two standing, going to probably try and look to hold on to this operator here. Unless Chronicle finds one or two
Right there.
in quick succession.
This one's going to simmer away. So a break in what felt like the faultless run. Heretics finally carving a bit of room, and it feels like a lot off the back of Miniboo there as well, doing really good stuff, taking them some key engagements. Okay, Chronicle, you know, you're allowed to miss one or two, but Miniboo finally getting on the board, really, Mike. I mean, maybe he's had a couple filler kills here and there. I don't know if he even has, but maybe just warming into the game again. Yeah, and we look for diversity from Miniboo, and it's a lot on his shoulders, and it shouldn't just be him, but he does get away. He's drawing util out, he's drawing pressure out. This is big, and again, I hate to ask so much of one man, but in this role, we need to see him find that sort of footing here, see if he can develop that deep into this. Last time it was a shot through the smoke, pretty much, to catch Boaster back sight. This time around, playing over towards Snowman, Alpha playing over towards sight, but a plant now had.
See, lockdown going to come through here potentially quite early on. Heretics going to try and clear some ground here because Fnatic have a chance to contest this.
Yeah, they're going for a fight on it too. And already Boaster right in the trenches. You can see all the util just everywhere. Fish on fish action. Boaster does get detained. And now it's going to get messy. Chronicles cleared Riens. They've got to know that there's someone else over towards yellow. You've got to feel there is, but layers of the post plant come in. They can't afford another full defuse against them. Someone stop them! Fnatic! Every single time we'll have answers.
And for him.
Yeah. Miniboo again having to really try and thread the needle on those front lines, but we know it's the post plant that's still a problem as well. The retake's solid, and Alpha sharp as ever. 2 kills.
No. Oh my God.
Third. Miniboo back on the tear though. He's fighting back, trying to activate, trying to give him a chance, trying to do anything. Held back by a wall, denied the chance to punish the res, I guess, at this point, but it's still a 4v3.
Desperately trying to get Miniboo back out from behind enemy lines here, but 38 HP, he's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, but he could try and come up with the goods. No, dealt with by Crash. He's isolated, as you said. Boo and Benji on those back lines now got an army to face. They take down the majority. And now the 1-for-1. You got to mark your man here. Alpha up against Benji. Alpha's already had so much impact. He comes flying in. Benji holds his nerve.
So they've got to be conscious of these, of giving up basically free plants with this composition that Fnatic are playing. Even though I was kind of criticizing a couple of those commitments towards sight, Woot is very lucky to be alive there.
Yeah, and all this time though, you can see that slow, steady progress over towards the A site, so Rien's got to be cautious now. Does have Benji with him, but plenty of bodies here for Heretics. Boo just behind the wall. I'm going to send Wingman in for plant.
30 seconds left.
Can't really do much to deny. Actually, they do deny the plant. So nice work early on here. Boo able to survive as well. So far, Heretic's ticking the box. Look at this time, 20 seconds now. Boo's gonna be forced to move out. Does he get to live? I don't know. It looks like he's managed to stay alive, and Bo's delabored. This is better. Maybe Heretic's getting a bit of a rhythm now. 10 seconds, we're looking like a melon sort of round. Heretic's holding on here. It ain't pretty, but it's getting the job done. 5 seconds, you just got to live.
They missed it, I think.
I think that's too late. I think it was down to 3 seconds. It doesn't matter. Brilliant from Heretics. If that's what it takes, stalling them out, dealing...
Yeah.
A lot of faith in this forward play, but it does get a little bit risky, but I like that, but the shot doesn't land. Oh, okay, at least a trade comes in from the Mosh going down, and that's better. Doubling in on it and catching Kayak. Nice from Riens, good positioning. Bill's on a knife's edge, though. Crashy's still trying to close in. Alpha still here. Nice re-clear of Maze. This is better from Heretics. Forced to fight and willing to be up to the challenge. This is a necessary conversion, and it is. Heretics are not out of it yet. She's creeping pretty close here. Woot's got to be cautious not get timed on this. The barrel blocks it. Crashies gets gifted a kill on the timing. And now Heretics don't have control on this A site.
He's desperate to try and get the rifle. Just snatching it away. Does have the res as well, so... Whether or not, I was going to say, whether or not Fnatic are going to try and play a little aggressively. I think probably want to put that rifle into the strongest position they can. Still coming through, but a lot of util burned up early on here.
Okay, now the backline pressure. Chronicles got Miniboo, we're down to Riens, Boo and Benji. They've got to try and keep this clean, but they can't. This is difficult, and there's that res now invested. Time up against them. This is dangerous. Riens and Benji got to get that defuse going, and they start swinging. There's too many of them. Fnatic punishing Heretics right back and force up to 11. Lee still trying to posture up here, but playing a dangerous game, Mike.
It is going to be the first exploration for Fnatic here, but threads the needle. Crashies will fall.
Poison's off.
First blood drawn here. Fnatic not shying away from that.
Poison orb.
No. So back to business for them. Boo doing just dreamy work for them. Stalling out, bit of chip damage here and there. Even getting that first kill, but still, Kayak's a problem. Finds Miniboo, brings it back down to a 4v4, and Alpha's position in middle. Feels like vengeance here if he does catch Benji, but Benji thinks against it.
Still an alarm bot there, though. Alpha's got to deal with that to get a little closer to this, whether or not he's even called upon.
Oh my god.
I think he's maybe aware of it, but Kayak in a ratty spot on the wall.
Is so ratty. Surely you don't expect it. I don't think they do. Oh, they do!
They clear it!
Nice work from Benji, so heads up. Catching Kayak, but Chronicle going to fight back, and now we're going to see the ults coming in, but the defuse is still going. Benji's not stopping! Full-on defuse right under their noses. Bit of vengeance on that one. So Herod
here signed the task of supporting Boo, but now already hitting the rotation, you can see on the X-ray. It's like a bit of a mid-piece here, actually, from Fnatic.
It looked like Heretics weren't too sure what's going on, really. Now they might have a bit more of an idea. You're seeing a pour on of util, and they've still got an isolated Boo. He's got to be so nervous about this. From far away, Rien's trying to help him out, but clears a little bit of space, but it's Kayak again denying the support here. This is a very valuable ult coming in. That's big. Can anyone help him out here? I don't think they can. Miniboo? Hello! Turns around! Catching both players! It's getting messy in middle now. Alpha on 21, a sliding Miniboo takes away 3. Plant denied. Heretics. It may be getting messy, but they're still in control of it with 4 players alive. Boaster wants the plant, he's going to get it. But can he get away from the site? I don't think so. Kron's in a bit of a pickle as well. Can't get off. Miniboo doing so well here. Prioritizing the right fight. Can he get the ace? Benji takes it away, but a round nevertheless.
Isolate you with those slow orbs. See, for Miniboo to get bogged down in that slow. Be problematic. Rien's now tasked with supporting Boo over towards B. And they're still walking on this.
Worried about Kron's flash though. If he's holding just like a vert flash on this, actually going to catch him. Oh, he's been caught off here. Benji though going to eat it back. It's now again. It's a mess between these two. The trade's coming early. Benji lost on one side, Kron on the other.
This is all to try and contest the lockdown potentially. They're not giving up this space, Lauren.
Oh, they are really unwilling to fall away from it. And the stun and the swing. Miniboo, again, we're getting trade after trade on this. Both so stubborn to give this up. Miniboo, oh my god, you absolute beauty! Up and over! Gets Alpha, but he can't deny the lockdown. He's done a lot of work here early on. Has to back away now.
Riens, though, will be given a chance.
Oh, he's sticking around.
Disrespecting the lockdown here. And obviously, the tank comes through, but it's Miniboo. 3 on the round for him, 8 on the board for Heretics, Lauren.
As they proceed.
And there's been a couple of times Fnatic have proactively walked up, but slide now actually from Poster. He finds Woot with the Sheriff. Miniboo, got to tuck his tail. Retreat from here.
Boo, careful, careful, careful. You can see how hungry Kayak was on that. Trying to shut down towards him, but Boo's going to back away towards yellow. Plays it well, and Miniboo now in support. Steady progress being made now. Boo caught there. There was no safety for him there. You felt how uncomfortable it was to hold, but Miniboo's on the side. Takes away Kayak, the heavy hitter, and resets.
Fnatic. As if they still want to follow through here.
All missiles away.
Boo's starting to activate though, looking much sharper. Gonna have something to say about this, but March should potentially come through. Benji's gonna try and deny it.
Lovely.
So no freebie, but still 30 seconds to work with.
They do have that lockdown with Benji. There it is. And it looks like Miniboo's almost tasked him. Do you fancy coming in here? But you do have that tail wall. So they're gonna have to wait this out. Lockdown does get destroyed. And it's another attempt at the plant here, drawing eyes over. Riens in a great position though. Can spot that the plant isn't going down, and he's gonna deliver. Takes away Kron, big trades. 10 seconds! Miniboo under pressure, and so is Alpha. Oh, it's stunning from Miniboo. He's heating up, you said it, looking sharper round by round.
On Icebox.
And it puts the question back to Fnatic. How well can you learn on the fly here? First big challenge. First time we're seeing this version of Heretics throughout this game. Off the back of Miniboo setting a fire underneath the rest of the boys on Heretics. Fnatic slow and steady on the approach now.
Poison's off.
Turret, but Alarm Bot's still there behind the orb in mid.
Gotta go.
Miniboo won off another ultimate as well, so a chance to overheat once more. Oh, garnered. Actually, Fnatic already feel as if they've got some space to work into on A.
These fakes, they were so good before when we were looking at split. Heretics, I think now the penny's starting to drop potentially that this may not be finishing towards B. Miniboo could be quick on the rotates, but Riens is the one in danger now. They can't deny this plant, I don't think. Actually, maybe they can. No, Benji's gone down with 13 seconds. Riens would love to have stored it out, but I don't think he can achieve it. You can see the desperation, the want to. Holding good space on the side, but he's got to be careful now. He needs the rest of the help to come in, but Alpha's taking him down. Kayak swings from backside, all on top, but the backline's one out. And now you've got Boo on a bit of a split in a 1v1 up against Crashies. And that's going to be one out by Crashies. Now Woot, a 1v3 ain't going to happen. Fnatic going back to almost that split approach. Those fakes, so hard to deal with.
Still.
Drone going out.
Nice to see this man early on.
Can't use it.
Tempted to almost continue forward.
Placing swarm grenade.
Sides against
Swarm
it.
grenade out.
How does Fnatic read that?
I'm out of here.
Miniboo, early positioning on this B site, and actually Boo, the one to rotate. Oh, did he catch Kron then?
Still kind of posturing here, Miniboo.
Go, go, go.
It puts in motion this rotation for Heretics. 4 members, well, called it 3 with Benji Fishy still over towards mid, and again the adjustment, the alarm bot catching Fnatic off guard. I believe Alpha looking for that previously.
This feels like almost a blind game of chess against each other, trying to get the pieces in the right place for the next move.
This could be awful timing though for Heretics, Lauren.
Yeah, and it almost feels like the anti-fake that's going on here. You've got now them trying to posture towards that A side, drawing all eyes over there. But look who's here.
He's got to go
the one
huge.
man that you'd want to try and hold this down. Miniboo, who's been a monster. He's come alive here, 13 seconds, they got to deal with him fast. Oh, it's a really courageous play that falls apart. And now with the plant looking very likely, they have to go back into this without their big player. Crashy's on the lurk as well, takes away Benji. Riens wants to clear middle, but I don't know if he gets what he wants here. Kron tries to catch, but he falls. Heretic's still on for this.
4v3 though, Riens tagged up. Optimus to play off and boast up. Getting curious here.
Oh, this reposition could be nasty, couldn't it? I don't think they have any idea. The timing on this could be completely devastating. It looks like it is. Brilliant positioning from Boast, a good trade, but they can't get half here. It's a fight that has to be had. Boo, desperate to hold on, but it's all over. 13-9, Fnatic pulling it together just at the end there.
It really does.
Right,
it's a tall order nonetheless. Have to try and ride the momentum of, again, the consolation of building a comeback in the second half of Icebox. Drag that across now to Fracture. Fnatic really looking to pressure the backlines early on here. So it's going to get herded in here.
Yeah, because they can't disrespect the molly. Kayak just needs to get your gun out. Ooh, it got a little bit messy at this point. It's an extended fight that Kayak's finally tipped into Fnatic's favor, but Benji and Woot still alive here, and Woot, oh, that's gorgeous from Woot. That's what the doctor ordered. Heretics picking up the pistol. This is where they want to really stop that rod, deny that momentum swing up here. Steadily building towards this B site.
Draw out one smoke from Boaster. It probably fake some steps to sell a little misdirection, but Spike was lurking downstairs here underneath B site.
You can see Riens might get contacted, get almost
Alpha's
timing.
tough, though.
Yeah, Alpha, it feels like it's going to be everything or it's going to be nothing. He's, oh my god, look at this. How much util can they throw at him? But he's still here. He's still standing. He finally gets overwhelmed by a running and gunning Riens. Clearing sight. They have sight control now, but Fnatic want him back fast. You can already see the Kayaks getting closer here. But Fnatic can be forced back by these smokes. Kayak may have got a kill there, but it looked like it was through one of those smokes. And a 3v3. Plant's not in play yet. Time not on their side. And Woot wrapped CT, catching Boaster off. Now Heretics back down to the 3v2 in their favor.
20 seconds though. Chronicle going to stall things out. The aftershock, and actually Heretics now with a good read on the map. Know where the two remaining members of Fnatic. Oh, it's going to come down to the wire. Obviously, Showstopper invested here, but still got to get towards this plant.
It's okay.
Only about 0.4 left, but Chronicle's here early.
Yeah, and Kron's going to get a freebie on Boo. He had to stick the plant. There was no two ways about it. And bang on. Fault line's there. They know about Kayak too, surely. So Miniboo and Woot, this is going to be rough. Looking to isolate a fight on the side. Woot's now surrounded. He's got problems. And he's fallen. Kayak doing really well, and now it's on Miniboo. Got Kayak to the left, Kron to the right. Flash comes in, he turns, cleans it up at the end of that, and he's popping the ult. Now do you handle this one? Kayak gonna start that defuse up. Ah, that's lovely from Miniboo, keeping calm under pressure. Kayak gonna get it to half though, 21 HP. There's only one time he gets to swing on this and he has to choose right! Miniboo! Red Bull clutch does it!
Upon. Side of things on up crashes. Doesn't spot anything either, so not necessarily able to paint a clear picture here.
Chip, don't need a couple more of those though. Not going to get any easier either, as they've already diverted through towards sand, and they're pacey about it too, Heretics. There's a lot of bodies here though for Fnatic, and Chronicle's going to catch down Miniboo. This is not out of the woods just yet. Yeah, he tried to do it as quickly as he could, I get it, but in the end couldn't course correct in time to get the aim back in place. Boaster's still got a bit of damage, but this does feel like it's slipping away. 13 seconds. I don't think there's much more to be said, unless Alpha would like to give us probably one of the best Sheriff rounds we've ever seen.
85 HP, no shield, needs the first, but it's Benji to seal the deal. 4.
Fine this time. Again, it's nowhere near the same case. But with the operator, he is sharp as hell. That's Woot gone. A brutal start and a quick awakening to the adjustment Fnatic have brought.
Rough as well to fall, being tagged through the clone. It's just an early showing of presence, though. Miniboot under no pressure to follow that. Benji and Boot on the other side of the map as well, trying to get something in motion. So actually, Heretics might walk back towards this operator. Concern being is Riens solo on the other side.
Yeah.
This cross is going to be pretty awkward for him. So you expect those smokes to come through.
Yeah, the Prowler's going to be seen. That's going to keep Kayak focused this way, but you can see the
I mean, he doesn't.
pack.
Yeah, he doesn't need to force the issue here, to be honest.
Face your fear!
Goes said, "Oh, don't think it had touched Kayak." No, and I don't know how affected even Alpha was, but Miniboot's gonna isolate Boaster. I don't think they expect him to get past all of this. Alpha, you're a lucky boy there. Almost punished. Kayak still finding bodies though, and Alpha's still standing. Finally removed from tower. Heretics now control the site. Chronicle trying to fight back in through Canteen, and you're right. Ult is now ready. This gets difficult. Picturing that, posting it right up towards that tower side. Riens and Benji, this is not going to be a comfy one for them. Kayak, eyes locked to this. You can already see the Benji's gone loose, brought back down to earth as Kayak is firing off here. Crashes closes it out.
Now if Fnatic can build upon this, or Heretics can find a response.
Oh my god. Again and again. Last time it was Woot, now it's Miniboot. Big impact. And for Heretics, they've got to learn this lesson now. They can't be taking any of these positions lightly. It feels like a shot in the dark. It's a guess to an extent, a percentage chance, but he's guessed right.
Yeah, behind the Prowler as well, so can't fault them for it. Have to try and take that space off the investment of utility, but punished once more. Another opener for Kayak. So other than the Rolling Thunder invested, and Alpha being 1 point away, plenty of ultimates now in play for Fnatic. Actually, Boot, a ton of utility sent towards him. Set piece potentially to try and catch somebody off guard.
They're not pathing through sand, so Kayak could have potentially stayed on that. Boaster going to invest the ult to buy time, keep himself secure here. And Kayak trying to find a position to work from, because Heretics are trying to step towards the site. It's not easy though. Kayak even going to pop the ult here. Woot's going to fall, Riens, Boo, the last two standing, and they can't get towards the site here. Oh my word, melted down into position. And Boo's a mile away. We saw him early on, he was down towards that underpass. This position could have been the checkmate if maybe they'd got the site or something else, but 13 seconds. I think we know what's going to happen.
10 seconds left.
Chronicle even noted as well the fact that so much time has passed. Going to be played out of this one, who unfortunately, this man standing will have to concede a second round to Fnatic. Heretics back in, 3 Sheriffs.
Woot. Oh, the combo. That's heartbreaking. They hadn't really pulled that one out for a moment, and I think even Miniboot catching a lot of chip damage there on 50 now.
Yeah.
Not even getting much chance to play in early now. Fnatic definitely get off the back of just that operator coming in, but a couple of adjustments as well here. Ooh, the one with that Phantom left in hand. And he's got to make it work here. A lot of attention drawn towards that A side. But someone's still watching for that drop down from Dish. And Chronicle, unfazed by this pressure. But no one actually watching the peak there. Just the push. And the ult on this one. I mean,
Crashy still finds
doesn't care. I'll burn for it, he says. As Riens now 18 HP. That's Spike. And he goes, "You're up. I'll go B.
Wow.
I'll get an ult up."
He's had a chance if he can get a clean 1v1 here, but Kayak already making his way across. Swing and a miss on the first, but Alpha to clean things up. Indicating some sort of commitment here, but Kayak slipping into a deeper position once again.
Again, that Prowler, it won't be enough. I mean, he can wait as late as he wants on this. And Crashies took the contact. He doesn't land in midair, so Kayak backs away. But they get slowed down on their push up through A main. Woot looking for a body to punish, but Boaster tucked in towards that smoke. He's got help from Crashies up towards heaven, and Boaster swings it. A little ambitious to say the least, but valiant attempt here. But you can see Fnatic waiting patiently in all these smokes. Heretics fighting hard for every step they're taking.
Problem being now,
left.
the next issue being Kayakers still here, still unfazed. That's actually perfect. Kayak almost turning into it here, but that's just swing and a miss on the first.
No, it's the easy ones he seems to miss all the time. The hard ones he seems to land. But Heretics bounce on towards the site, get themselves a plant. And you saw how hard they had to work just to get away from that operator. They've done marvelously at that. Now Alpha and Crashies, they'd love to take away if they could. Finances still certainly on a knife's edge for themselves here, but Heretics, this has been a huge upswing for them. They have to be heads up about this every single round.
They do, yeah. They'll actually get control of the operator themselves. Even there where it feels a little dicey for Heretics, but able to wait things out and still actually capitalize on the smokes being up, which is the biggest concern. Alpha, unfortunately, just getting to the back of the dome. Crashes 20 HP, don't really expect him to commit towards this engagement. Riens won't go for the spam either.
Through A main, they pushed off this. They're going to leave Crashies looking over towards Dish push out, but they're going to be here in a good spot.
They've effectively pinched it and they don't need to deal with this trip.
Oh my god, oh my god! Chronicle catches Riens, that's going to be baffling. No idea that was happening. And Fnatic, I mean, they've given up the B site, but that's fine. They've already got the pick.
Still got this retake set up as well from Alpha. Yeah, gave away the camera there, so not going to have it once this retake gets started, Lauren. Obviously one of the trips dealt with. Looking for a spam.
God, this tempo just fluctuating the whole time. No one wanting to break the silence until then. Woot not leaving that angle, going to get another as well. Crashies determined to try and trade it, but there's no trade coming in.
Pressure coming through from main though. Do they? Can't quite pin down the plant. Woot finds a third though.
Okay.
Right, finally shuts him down. There's two of his own.
No way! Alpha helping him out on that one, but Benji, we know this kid can clutch. We know he's good for it, and Kayak's barely alive. He's going to get it to half, but a 1v1 now. And it's going to be a fair fight. The spray for Alpha gets the better of Benji after all that work from Woot. It's a curious start, but again, we can see the intention behind it. Fnatic trying to take a lot of space off this. Kayak, that's a lot of players here, though, on that corner. Oh, dazed and confused, almost went into that. Easy Boo. Mini Boo's then sprung into action. He spotted 1, 2 players. Don't know about the third by Sam. There's a lot of bodies here, and it's still through smokes at this point. It's an absolute nightmare to try and catch who's killing who, but it's Benji left standing in a 1v2 again. We've been here before. All too recently. Bosa on the site.
Alpha did actually retrieve the orb here, so does have the neural theft. Benji, 72 HP, almost has to commit towards this 1v1. Bosa, 3 on the round for him. Classic exchange, but there's just no comfort behind that first layer. Unfortunately, Kayak's got the next best thing when there's light shields on the other side of the board.
Again, when you're trying to be frugal in these sort of rounds, you're maybe a little bit unwilling to invest all that utility again, rinse, repeat, but the second you take your eyes off it, you're going to be punished by it, and Kayak is being just rewarded. Most are going to probably pop in the molly, but I think he's a little late to it, but it's fine! Him and Kayak looking out the side. Heretics not finding that same footing now. Move left. Round walk through the sand, nowhere to be going. In zone flawless, Fnatic.
Alpha going to be feeling the pinch here.
Yeah, Woot trying to identify him. That would be a touch, and he's got him. Alpha's gone down, and the gates start to open. Ooh, you can see the caution, though, trying to get that spike across. Oh! Bloody hell, Kayak catches Riens. That's a spike lost. Trying to cross through. I'd love to see it from his POV. Look and see what he can do here. It seems it doesn't matter if there's smokes, cages. It doesn't seem to hinder him. Paranoia about a flank, but we know it's not coming. Stalemate now achieved. Crash, he's going to find Minibu. And Heretic struggling to find any safety on this site. Utility now being laid in. Benji can't stand the pressure. Surely not this time. 3 players against him. Looks to isolate a 1v1. Chronicles having none of it. Fnatic pushing up to 7-5. They handle what this man's been causing, which is mostly havoc. So Kayak taking his time here. Oh, you can see how close these angles are, how dangerous a step out of place is.
Minibu, a little sharper though. Kayak punished down to 23 HP, certainly going to weaken the front line.
And the impact of that, look at them now looking back towards A, like that's the easier side to approach.
There's 4 members of Heretics here though. Whether they can get a kill ahead of time. Yeah, actually, Riens finds one as well.
Yeah, this is lovely from Heretics. Oh, it's just picture perfect. Only crashes to try and stand. And in-zone flawless for Heretics to start things off.
Task. You say that is caught by the stun.
You're done.
Oh,
You don't miss with this one though.
that Minibu, line him up, man, line him up. They're just scurrying away like that. I don't think I want to really feed him that ult, actually. We'll go the other side.
Not really another option for
30
Fnatic
seconds
to
left.
find an engagement, but got to be careful actually. I was going to say, Minibu drifting ahead of the box, a chance potentially for him to get spotted on the retreat.
So good with this weapon.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He's even holding for the jump peek here. Confirmation will be found. Boo and Riens find the other 2 members of Fnatic. Chronicle. Desperate.
You can't stop him. He's trying to do something with this. And it's not looking fair, it's not looking fun, but it's great.
This down as much as possible.
We'll catch them.
He's got to be careful
No
with the spam
charges.
here. Actually, we'll draw out utility just on this first peak. So yeah, second smoke, I believe, from Boo, yeah. So the first to secure B main. Obviously, with cages committed from Benji. Nothing really to offset that. This Heretics composition. Pressure starting to build for them. Fnatic looking to stack back up towards B, but this judge could cause problems for anybody progressing through arcade here.
Boo can buy time. He's still got another smoke, he's still got his molly. Now they can disrespect it, but still gonna put the pressure on them. The passive reveal, not gonna get anything. You can see that pause for thought here. A little labored, but it's fine. Job done. Bo's gonna take down Riens, but this is the only factor that could change it. This judge up towards the tower, gonna get down the first. He survived. He does get caught in the end. Takes away Boaster though, so back down to this 2v3. It's not impossible. Any more kills, and it's actually pretty costly. It looks like there was an adjustment of routing.
I was going to say, Minibu dropped his weapon for that, so luckily able to get the Bulldog back in hand.
Ooh, look at this post-plant positioning. Woot's done really well. Woot's pathing was excellent for this. They're going to know where both players are. Minibu, I don't think you can get past this utility though, right? Like, has to just wait it out for those salvos. And they've got bodies now to throw. This Crashes can just take that swing. Now they lose out on 3 Vandals there, Mike. That is a costly round.
The operator in hand early on in the half.
Whoa! Kayak!
He was just smirking as well, by the way.
I'm without words. Show me that one on the replay. Down to 4 though. And Riens feeling pretty alone here. He doesn't have much help. Benji trying to get closer, but that's a pixel spotted. But Riens not going to be cleared. Tries to get ahead of the stun. But Kayak again clearing house. Minibu.
Crash is watching for him.
Oh, the timing. This round feels so sewn up for Fnatic. Kayak just can't seem to lose.
34 HP, 3 on the round for him. He's certainly not done just yet. Boo, the last on the chopping board. Kayak's probably going to get a little curious towards spawn. Stun will come through. It's actually Alpha to find it.
9-7. Those first 2 maps in Fnatic's hands. And Minibu trying and takes away Kayak. That's a big scalp to claim though. Oh, that's
So could cause issues here. She able to get out. It's only really Boaster and Crashes to bear the brunt of that. Plenty of ultimates here though. All Fnatic. Big ultimates. Boaster and Crashes. If they're called upon here in the anti-eco. Riens and Benji
Wow, my eyes are down.
Tasked with holding down B, can remove now. That'll be the green light for Fnatic. It's going to be forced into an awkward position, but not taking any damage here.
This feels a little bit uncomfortable, but for Fnatic, they've got the side, but you're looking again towards tower a little bit here with Benji, but he's only got a ghost. Okay.
Only a ghost.
Yeah, my bad. Apparently haunting tower like it's free. Look at this, Benji's still up here. What is that, Benji? One's already ridiculous, two's just unfounded. And now Boaster has got to go nuclear here. He's trying to fight forward, but Benji does the unthinkable this round.
Could be a huge...
Riens 1 away, Mini Boo 2 away. This could be a big old round here.
So that's really the swing round that Heretics
Portal closed.
would have been asking for. Can they follow through, though? Really see much of an adjustment here from Fnatic. The attacking side, but actually Heretics going to get a little proactive here, rewarded. Oh, and actually Alpha can't counterbalance that. 2 clean kills for Heretics, barely any damage.
But I like that. I like seeing them coming up with something new, right? Like how much freedom and how much damage has Kayak been able to do? Cool, let's face him with 3. It's been great. And then obviously Alpha, you can see the frustration almost on his face there, a little bit about it. Just like, you know, unable to get much damage done. But seeing Heretics turning those screws a little bit just at the end here.
30 seconds left.
Showing
signs of life.
Fnatic just going to try and sit this one out, to be honest with you. Chronicle sad, 2650. Kayak does have his ultimate, so the Cam want to try and set something in motion here, actually. I say whether or not Fnatic are going to progress through B main. Riens.
Right there. I'm waiting to see if he gets what he wants here. There's the camera. They're going to be scurrying away. It was a trap play that sends them off, but it feels like they've barely seen each other. We're at 50 seconds, and that was the first real contact we found.
So diligent from Fnatic, though, to sniff this out. Now Kayak helps the ultimate. As he comes through, Woot will fall.
Yeah, the floodgates could have opened them, but Riens stops it in his tracks. Takes a lot of damage for it. He doesn't know about the push-up coming through from main already. The pressure from Sand was there. And Benji now on an island. Can he thrive? And can he even survive at this point? Looking for one, he gets it. Isolates Alpha. Tucks it towards that pillar side. Spam! He's got it! Chronicle down! But you can see already Crashies just shifting past each other in the smoke.
Oh my god.
No idea about it. Crashies on the site. You got something for us, Crashies? You're going to know there was someone nearby. You're going to know that Benji was near you. But you've only got 10 seconds. I don't know if he's going to be able to pry these players out of place here. Yeah, it's already faded here. There's too many bodies against them. Heretics, they'll play you at this game. They'll play the trap plays. They'll sit there and be as patient as you are, Fnatic. Fnatic, they even sat the chairs up yet. Steady work, yes, but it is bloody cautious, isn't it?
Isn't it? I think they're maybe just anticipating Heretics to get a little aggressive, but it's not going to happen this late on in the game on map 3.
Unchecked on? Makes me a little bit nervous. Okay, so Salvo's there. Operating
noted now, yeah.
But you're going to look at the util coming in, waiting for that player to slide on up. And Woot's in a lot of trouble here, trying to pick his target. Tower's already taken. He's got nowhere to really run here. And now there's danger. Fnatic crunching on the site. Late as anything. But fashionably late at this point. Plant's going to be coming in, and they've done the job now.
Naturally, Alpha looking to apply even more pressure. Riens finds a response, but a 1v4 now. Asked of him to prevent Fnatic from tying things up once more. Good for the second as well, actually.
How are you going to get these two separated? I could see how you could maybe get Boaster.
Still got util, though.
Okay, Salvos. Teo, fun agent, I promise. Oh. I almost believed for a second. You got me a little bit.
You're going to see them, whoa, might actually, yeah, progress through very early on in the round, this time around.
So hard to hold for Woot as well. He's under so much pressure coming in towards that tower. He succeeded on the first though, but fell on the second. Chronicle going to clear tower and take the site. You look at who's left for Heretics, Benji, closest by. The rest are still in spawn. This methodical take that's been working wonders on B is once again there. Benji strikes though. You can see how disconnected the others were. No one pushed up from that B main cross, hadn't pushed up from Arcade, but Crashies falls.
Now, Alpha has to make the walk of death here in the wide swing. Throws him off guard. Fortunately, the response is found at 5 HP now left for Kayak. To try and find something left here. So revealed by the neural theft as well.
Kayak, 5 HP.
30 seconds left.
Get across to try and find the spike as well.
He'd have to hit.
Still a trip to play off
as well. Yeah.
I got spike.
Hey, tap. Oh god, this all it's just insta-death. Everything can kill you, including the volley! Boo's gonna put him out of his misery beforehand.
Gotta argue if Fnatic want to close this out in 3, it has to be here in round 22.
Pace. Oh, what? Crashies! How is he coming out of this looking so calm? The guy is so ice cold. But Fnatic punching right back. They tried to get aggressive, Heretics, and well, Woot's gonna go for it again, it looks like, but Crashies is still fine. This is towards the corner.
Satchel out.
Woot looking kind of confused as to where to be really keeping control of.
So now, unable to win out on Arcade either, so they have to retreat. Benji still committed towards A site as well. Fnatic will let this breathe for a moment, allow that pressure to mount on Heretics.
I'm out of here.
Will actually consider the possibility of A site. Only Kayak to take some damage here, and it's
big boy Benji though.
He's got to go huge once again. Been called upon previously on this site to anchor for Heretics.
30 seconds left.
What you got for us this time?
Less talking, more doing. Wait.
Stalled. 20 seconds. This is getting a little bit dangerous. Benji does survive, but only for a second. Kayak catches, pushing through the smoke, and even with late time, there's still enough for this plant. Woot's options are pretty much zero.
Lucky that Fnatic haven't followed through on this just yet.
They're targeting almost towards Benji. It seems wild, but we are seeing that investment of the ult from Miniboo. About that 50-second marker now. Timer starting to become a factor. Didn't see too much, but here comes the play, and Benji once again can't withstand the pressure. It's too much on him. Identifying him solo almost, and creating that pressure and punishing. And Heretics, though, fighting back, clearing through from main. Kayak gets one for himself, though, so keeping it this 3v3.
Boo to invest the ultimate as well. Kayak now slipping ahead of these smokes now. We'll find one. Miniboo will fall. Spots Boo as well.
Oh, he's done wonders here. So much from him, but Boo withstands. I thought that was on the money, but no. Crashies is cleared. Heretics not down yet. Alpha called upon 1v1. Oh, he's got it this time. Maybe Valorant is a little easy for this guy.
For Heretics to keep this dream alive on Fracture.
There.
Riens was good before, but this might be a shot in the dark. It seems like it, right? Seas goes down, might catch the secondary part of the pack. Isolates the first. Boo gonna pick that up. Heretics holding on here. Woot quick to get to that. Grabs that in hands, and Fnatic forced down to 4. Looking for another fight, though. They're just through towards Sand.
Almost Boo considering full rotation. Rien's gonna buy a ton of information here, and actually, Heretics fighting back. There's gas left in the tank, Lauren.
Yeah, they ain't done yet. Crashies and Chronicle left to try and command this space. Carve away some of these players, but Heretics digging deep on this one.
This is how we end.
Actually, the fault line combination here will actually force Boo forwards a little bit. It's only one kill, but Riens finds a response once more. Crashies, 29 HP.
And Riens has done so well here. That Seas that came in, isolating Kayak from the others, but Crashies has to walk into the Lion's Den here. Woot on top, and Heretics taking us the distance now.
Confidence builder for them as well.
Stop opting for the judge as well.
See, this position can do wonders with it.
I feel like it's going to be rewarded, but let's find out. They are very much
Not going to be expecting that in overtime.
They're knocking on the door here. Fnatic got to be ready for what's coming their way. Heretic's starting to surround, but it's Alpha to take away Benji. And hello to the judge! Already takes away one. Most does fall, and Woot gets into the action. It's all on Riens. A 1v3. As Fnatic held down the site well. That spike
30
just
seconds
too far
left.
away. Trying to slip back through and pick that up.
I had the spike.
Smoke's fading. He gets away. All three on this side of the map.
He can't really isolate any of those engagements, though. So he has to go huge.
And it ain't gonna happen. Blink and you miss it. We need resilience from Heretics and singular focus from Fnatic. This round means so much, and an aggressive start. Heretics, oh, they take the fight and they win it. A 2-to-1 trade out here. Taking away Kayak, taking away Crashies. That's a big advantage.
Minibu tagged up, though, down to 32 HP. Other side of the map, Alpha not sniffed out just yet. Again, it's not as if he's got space to move into. Oh, spots Riens, trying to shoulder that angle. Deny the information of the reveal as well. Still question marks here for Heretics.
Here's Benji. You can see the hesitation and caution. He's being kept to this position now. Chronicle maybe looking to tee up Alpha. Trade outs of util. All three heading this way. Be Benji. Support Riens. Try and deal with this. 8 seconds still on that horn. Smoke's up. It's simplistic in approach. Riens, temptation. He wants to walk the smoke.
Considering it, yeah.
And now mirrored fights, bloody hell. They don't know how close they are, 20 seconds. Fnatic needs to move forward here, and it's on a knife's edge, but Chronicle gets the key kill. That's the site open, 10 seconds.
Dropping the plant as well. Boaster will get the ultimate off this. So Molly, Aftershock, and ult here available for Fnatic, and actually used proactively here, maybe to force Heretics back a little bit.
And it gets him in a nice post-plant position, very unexpected. Beautiful from him and unnoted to Heretics' eye. Alpha to try and complement the cross, but Minibu's going to get the 1v1. Wins it on the crouch peak. Now down to Kron and Alpha. Kron takes away Minibu. Down to Boo and Riens. Trying to build in. Held back again.
Aftershock.
Oh, it's huge. Util poured on. Force forward.